Then went across and did Krabi. We didn't get to do Fifi Islands.
Oh, really?
No. Did you guys?
Yeah.
How was it? Incredible.
Like, I feel like the one day that we had going around like boats and stuff, that was good. That was good.
One day was good.
Okay, but to be fair, we had really bad weather while we were there, and I feel like I can imagine if you went there like while the weather was nice, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
But also because we've been so like lucky with the weather, like ever, like all the islands like Hotel, Koh Samui, we had perfect weather like the whole time.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of like we had too high expectations.
What, torrential rain?
Yeah,
rain
every
constantly.
single day. Like I think there was one day it didn't rain. That was the first day we were there, and so we had one good day, and then
that was it.
That's all we had. Yeah, so that was a bit of a letdown.
That was a bit of a letdown.
It was still really good though. Like the experience was good.
Yeah. We think we might try and go back and do them.
Yeah.
But hopefully, the weather's okay. So
Yeah.
we probably want to do another 30 days in Thailand. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
How long were you there for?
A month exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then but we instead of flying back to Bangkok to move to Cambodia, we did like an overnight bus, which was stupid.
That was disgusting.
It was horror.
So
Like
bad.
we did our first overnight bus like when we first landed. We honestly like just wanted to get to the south, so literally after like 2 days in Bangkok, not even like one day, we got an overnight bus down to Samui, and like I don't know why we didn't fly because
we hated every single second of it.
it was because like, we were still jet lagged, so like we didn't sleep on the bus, and then we had like I swear the ferry took something ridiculous like 6 hours.
It felt like a week we were on that ferry, but we were sat there like waiting for it to end.
And, like, it was horrendous.
How long was the full journey?
Oh, it was
from Bangkok all the way to Koh Samui.
I think our bus left at 9, and then I think we got to Samui like 1 p.m.
Oh, as in the next day. Yeah.
So it was a long.
It was all horrible. Wiped us out for days.
Yeah, like it was straight after we got to the hostel. And we walk in into the Samui hostel, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like you had to check in, all that." We're like, "Yeah." And then started listing all these things like towels, number, Wi-Fi, and all that. And we're like, "Oh yeah."
So we just like agreed, like
We get back to the room, and she was like, "Do you know anything that he said? Do you actually remember anything?" I was like,
neither of us
no.
were, like, do you ever get it like when you get off a boat, like especially like the ones in Thailand, you're not there, like you still feel like you're rocking.
Very dazed.
Yeah, we were both there like that, and like we were both so tired and we didn't hear a thing. And then also he watched us, so we looked. You know, you actually got to Thailand, like, you don't really know the currency that well, so we.
It was so embarrassing.
He was like, "So you got this much left to pay in the hotel?" And obviously, it's like a really specific number. It's like this amount of pence. It's never like 1,500. It's always like 1,524, 79 pence. So he watches us count out our bill. We've like got it all laid out on the desk. Like we're both here like trying to count it with our absolute dazed brains. We get there, like we've like discussed like, okay, I'll give this, then you just give me this, whatever.
You just pay me back.
It takes like 5 minutes as a whole process, and then he goes, "You've paid on card." Well, after he's watched us
the whole time, we were like struggling getting this money. I was like, I don't have enough. I was like stressing, and we were like, we just want sleep. And he was like, "Yeah, we've already paid for it."
Like the latest thing, he watched us do it and then told us.
We were like,
so embarrassed.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
We just looked at each other, still confused. We were like, what is still going on? So it was a very daisy moment for us. We were just there like, oh.
If you've done that much travelling, you're jet lagged, I think you could be excused. You could be excused.
But he definitely laughed about us later. Like, the staff
Yeah.
room or whatever.
The staff was
You were the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have seen
100%.
them.
The cat's made a bed out of my bag.
Oh my god.
Bless him.
That's that cat's bag now. It's
Yeah,
not
I
your
think,
bag.
it's no longer mine.
You've lost
He
that.
likes that spot. Oh, bless him. Where did you go after the islands then? I tell you, did you do all 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one was your favourite?
Kotal.
Yeah, see.
Top
Kotal,
tier thing.
paradise.
Yeah, honestly, but
Absolute
have you heard of all
paradise.
that? I'm assuming you have like the Murder Island, Death Island, and then
These are the people that I was saying about, like, they just don't know.
Murder and Death
Island.
Island.
Kotal is called Murder Island, and like the thing is, like when we were
Yeah.
I thought everyone
crazy.
knew that.
Death,
Yeah.
Death Island.
Death
We were thinking,
Island.
it's so popular, but we were like, does everyone know that it's called Death Island, Murder Island?
So basically, what we heard, it's like run by the mafia and stuff.
Run by the mafia.
Wait, we can't say it too loud.
Stop.
They're probably...
Might be listening.
But this is just something. But like there was like
Right.
some tourists went missing. Like what year?
Was it 2016?
something like that. But it was like multiple. Okay, so but the worst part was we were in Copenhagen right before Koh. We went to a 7-Eleven to get our travel day snacks, right?
Yeah,
we bumped into these two people, and we just started talking like this couple, and they were lovely. They were really really nice, but they were like, oh, so like where are you going? It's where we're going to Koh tomorrow, and they looked at each other like, oh,
they're like Koh
Murder Island,
and
we were like,
are you sure they weren't fucking with you?
No, because we
like searched it up that night. We were like, will we die on this island? it was
like it's a genuine like if you like literally if you Google just Koh, it'll come up in like like the Wikipedia like nickname Death Island. So,
but because of the amount of murders,
I think the suspicion of them, like they were all kind of unexplained.
That's so bad.
Yeah, so we were there.
That's terrifying.
So the whole time.
Well, maybe we won't go back.
Yeah, just try not to think about it.
Oh my god. Death Island. I'm genuinely have to look that up.
I'm gonna have to look that up and have a look.
That's crazy.
Without even knowing it was Death Island.
Even know.
Oh my god, that's a chicken.
Is it
a chicken?
Is that a chicken?
Are you sure that's a chicken? That's a funny looking chicken. If that is a chicken.
Is it not?
No, it's a pigeon.
I've never seen a pigeon look like that.
It's a more chicken.
It's a Vietnam pigeon.
Whoa. His feet
they look a bit bigger than the pigeons in England.
Yeah, they do. That's why I thought it was a chicken. I was like the size of a UK chicken.
If a chicken walked up in here, then you'd know what a chicken looked like. It does not look like that.
Yeah, he looks too chill.
I don't know why. We've got more of them coming in as well.
Can he walk away?
We have literally no food or anything. I have no idea why they're...
He wants your coat.
And the cat's doing nothing. Our cat is doing absolutely nothing.
They're all just vibing.
Have you named? He looks like a Gargamel to me.
We haven't named him.
Gargamel.
Huh? He's probably got a name, but it'd be a... Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure. Unless they start getting up on the table, I think they're going to leave us alone. I think.
Bro looks intrigued, though. He wants to know the story about Murder Island. He wants to know the secrets.
Because I was planning on going there as well. As this trip we're in for next summer.
Did you do any of the diving in Koh?
No, we had a friend that did the diving, the diving course, was it? With the hostel?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we didn't, we just did some snorkelling.
Oh, cool. So you still saw a lot, because the snorkelling there is so
it's
really
fantastic.
It's so good.
Incredible. We saw the giant turtle. He was so cool.
You saw a turtle?
A
giant turtle?
Yeah, it was like...
But he might be a regular sized turtle. But
he looks like a giant turtle.
Any sharks?
Yeah, but in PP Islands. We didn't see them in the house. Our tour guide did, but we didn't.
Huh.
So we just got the video from him because he was recording them all. So we got videos of sharks and stuff. We're like, we definitely
saw
them.
Those.
We went
that's
there,
my video.
We did that.
So,
and you did Koh Samui and Copenhagen as well. What they were like? We only did Copenhagen for a day or two.
Same.
Yeah, that was it. It seemed okay.
It was quite nice.
Not like Koh.
No, it's more of a chilled out place to go to.
But there was, I don't know if you whereabouts you said, but there was this one place called Food Factory, and we literally found it on our first night there. It's literally the most westernised restaurant you can imagine.
Food Factory.
Food Factory. It sounded, doesn't it?
Had sports on, had shirts, football shirts.
Every single football team you can imagine, their shirts on the roof.
Yeah.
And
and good food.
Oh, it was best chicken burger I've ever had in my life.
So Western food.
Very, very
Western
very
food.
much. And the one time we got a Thai dish there, we got pad Thai. We ended up going back 3 hours later for chips and a bag.
That's just that's
so the pad Thai didn't work. It didn't feel right. No.
I feel like it was nice. Also, I feel like with pad Thai, it's on and on. I guess we found places that was nice. Some places so it's very mixed opinions.
Yeah. I don't mind Thai food. Khao Soi. Did you ever have Khao Soi?
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of it.
What is it?
It's like I would describe it as just almost like curry with egg noodles with crispy egg noodles on top. If you didn't have that, God, you missed out. Missed out.
Didn't get the Thai experience.
Have you at least had a bami in Vietnam?
Yeah,
we have.
I've had a few.
3.
Yeah. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3.
I love the bami.
We had 2 in one day at one point.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I find the Vietnam cuisine harder than the Thai cuisine to get on board with.
We've literally seen that. The other day I ordered some vegetarian spring rolls. I'm not vegetarian, I just prefer the vegetable ones. Expect them to be Thai ones. And what we did, they were mushroom, but it was kind of in I don't know how to describe it.
It was very different. It was
very different.
Very.
We asked for fried was it fried a fried vegetarian one? They'd come out with bits and pieces in, and we were
everything.
Bit into it. We were that's
not what we asked for, but that's okay. But it's a lot harder to find the food that you're sort of looking for sometimes as well.
Yeah.
We were at a night market last night. I couldn't find a single thing that I liked.
Yeah, the fish
Even
was
at the
looking
night
straight
market.
at us. Like the fish they put on the side, the lobsters were like,
Oh, they were huge.
Yeah.
oh yeah, they were a bit
They
scary.
look like real lobsters. I mean, I know that.
Yeah. I do get nervous to try some of the night market food. Like I know everyone says street food and market food is absolutely fine to eat most of the time.
Yeah.
But I
It's
still do
scary.
get a little bit nervous.
Worried, yeah.
Like when you see them washing the pots, like just on the ground
yeah.
with just God knows what water,
It's like,
and you know they're cooking in that. It's a bit rough. But to be fair, I'm touch wood. I haven't gotten ill yet.
oh, that's good.
I tell you, have you guys?
Not yet.
No, not yet. And hopefully not soon either. Like just in case.
No.
There have been instances where we've been like, shall we? Sometimes we've looked at each other like, shall we eat it? Like if we're too unsure, we're like, do we?
And then we've just kind of been like, oh.
That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Yeah.
We've not had anything too risky though.
No. We've just been having Western
No.
food, like
Yeah.
Italian.
To be fair, I did actually have food poisoning once, and that was from a burger.
Really?
That was from So that was Western food, and that was in a hostel as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was
What
that was
hostel was
that
that?
was in Kotal.
Oh.
That was we stayed at Echo Hostel.
Oh.
It was like down on the front. And that was the night. Did you go to the beach party in Kotal?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Wait.
No, we didn't go.
Where you have to like
We sold tickets for no, we didn't.
Well, there's a couple stages, and like there's only one road down to like a little secluded beach.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah. So I'd eaten the burger before going there,
Oh,
and felt a bit
no.
ill, but I'd been drinking, so I was like, oh, maybe just
Maybe
the
it's
food
that,
and the
yeah.
alcohol was just mixing weirdly. I'll just go dance, it'll be fine. And then before I knew it, I was dancing. Went, nope, this is not
It's not
okay.
fine.
Had to go to the beach, find myself a little corner, and just spew.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, there's no, because I don't normally throw up when I'm drinking, so I was like, that's a bit weird. And then I throw up again. I was like, right, this definitely isn't
This is
drugs.
the alcohol.
And then I just had to go straight back to the hostel, and like you have to get the taxis, and it's like all the way up the hill, like zigzagging all the way up the hill, and then you have to come back down the hill zigzagging.
Oh.
So I'm in the front of the taxi, like they managed to get me in the taxi. I'm in the front with the guy, and the whole time I'm just squeezing this water bottle, trying to throw up the whole way up and the whole way down. Because I know he's going to kick me out if I'm like I need to throw up, but he's not getting back in.
And then you're
I didn't have to
stranded in the
walk.
middle.
So you were like locked in the whole of the
So I
ride
just
up.
just gripping his water bottle. He dropped me
Jesus
off, and I just had to run to the toilet. And I think I was literally up for the next 12 hours just throwing up. Terrible from a fucking burger.
Yeah, from a burgers or you
Of
like
all things.
the most thing you could trust was a burger.
Yeah, I know. And from a
Wow.
hostel.
Yeah, you thought that was.
All
Oh.
the street food I've eaten.
And then you get ill. From
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
There's, you know, like the zigzaggy roads in Kotal.
Yeah.
You know, like the jungle parties at one of them.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
our friends, I think he couldn't be bothered to wait for a taxi or something. He did a Strava and ran back down those roads. At, like, and bearing in mind, literally all day, like they were so bad for making jokes about like Fear Island, definitely.
coming to get
And
you.
so then all of a
course.
sudden it's 2 a.m. He's by himself sprinting down these roads with his Strava run on, and he
God,
did
it's-
make it back alive.
You do, yeah. That night he came up to me, I was like, yeah, I just ran back. And I was like,
What?
what?
Because no, literally, I
Oh.
swear it's like a 10-minute drive. So like,
Yeah, it's
that's not a short
far.
walk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a big elevation change as well. That
Yeah.
could not have been. He must have been sweating.
sliding, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
proper.
Dude, that must have been terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had like stories about the jungle party though. A few people like came back. This one guy came back all like bloody, like everything like that. He came up to me, he was like, "Oh, do you have a key for the room?" I was like, "I'm not even in your dorm." Like it was scary. He came up to me like, "Oh, don't know where my wallet is," and I was like,
What?
Like,
Like he'd
straight
just been
up.
in a fight? Like
I had no idea. Like he was just bloody. He came up to me and he was like, "Oh, I've lost my wallet. I've lost my phone." Like, he was completely robbed.
he's
Like, completely.
Phone,
Yeah,
wallet,
everything. The next day we saw him come out of the hostel, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know my wallet or my phone, don't know where it is." And he was like, "But I'm gonna go get a Thai massage.
Think it through.
What
are you thinking through?
Yeah, I see.
I mean, fair. I mean, there are worse things you could do in that situation. At least it's
Yeah.
kind of relaxing.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't, I don't know how much I trust the massages though, because they don't need a license
Oh
Don't.
god,
We
damn. Don't, let's not even talk about
here. You have a horror story
massages.
from massages. Let's hear it.
We got one.
Copenhagen.
We got one, and like
Yeah.
we didn't like look at reviews. We didn't look at anything. And the thing is, I only thought about that after we were lying down on this bench, and so we got in there, and it was really cheap, and it was just in the middle of end of the road, and then she literally just left down this bed, pulled like a flipping curtain around, and we were like, oh my god. And I was lying there, and I was thinking, what the hell is going on? And then so she like just literally they said something to us. We think that they said something like take all your clothes off, and then then they just walked out the curtain, and we just stood looking
It
at
was
each
so
other. Like,
funny. We looked at each other like,
did we just hear that
"Oh,
right?
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, and then they came back in and we were both still just stood there.
They looked at us like,
Yeah, and
what
they
the
were
hell?
like, go on then. And so we like took our tops off, and then we stood here like,
I stood always like that as well.
And then we like got in the bed, and then she like grabbed my shorts and she was like, these two, and I looked at Holly and I was like, did you take them? She was like, I was like,
yeah,
like, it's so awkward. And then we were just, it was not. It was
so they gave us a full body massage.
And I kept like, trying not to make eye contact, so if I make eye contact, I'm going to burst out
laughing. So I was just staring at this wall this whole time. This woman was just going straight at it.
How was the actual massage itself?
It was. I quite liked it, but then again, like, it was very touchy. Very, very touchy in ways you're like, oh.
I was honestly not worried. I was
got
thinking,
a bit close.
Got a bit close there. A few like little close missed calls. I was like, oh.
Okay.
No.
I was more thinking like, we've not read the reviews for this place. How do we know they're not just like not real? I don't know.
But most of the places don't have like proper licenses because they don't need them. They can just like basically open up shop. So
should we do that? Oh God, yeah.
So yeah, the best thing to do is just go online and look at the reviews and see if it is a licensed masseuse place. That's the best thing to do.
Oh, we definitely should have done that before we went in, expecting a whole professional massage. We got it professionally done. We did. Gosh.
Oh dear. Is that the only massage you've had?
We've had hair ones, to be fair.
We've had a hair blow dried so many times.
Oh, nice, yeah. To be fair, I had that yesterday, but I didn't really mean to have it done. I was like, I need to get my hair cut. You know, we're going to record today. I'll go get my hair cut, whatever. So I found a nice place. It looked good. It was a barber's. So I go in, and I should have known when they showed me a menu. But, so I sort of explained what I wanted. It was like quite simple. I was like, yeah, I just want a cut and just a beard done. That's all I want. She was like, oh, yeah, it'll be this one and this one. So I'm like, yeah, sweet. Happy with that. That's fine. So I start having it done, and then getting the beard done, they put you back in the chair so they can like do your beard, and they put like the towel over your eyes, and then I can feel as he's doing my beard, I can then feel like another makeup brush like brushing hairs off me. It's like, oh, there's two people.
Or you could have been like double-handedly like,
or that, yeah. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like it seemed a little bit expensive, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm just getting a bit of a premium. That's fine, happy with that. And then he like pulls me up, gets me to check. I'm like, yeah, sweet. And then he's like, oh, we'll do like the razor now. For the clean shave. So I'm like, oh, okay, oh no, I asked, because he sat me up, I was like, oh, we're going to do the clean shave, aren't we? He's like, yeah. So he's like, I'm just waiting for the woman. I was like, oh, maybe she's getting him something or something, because usually, obviously, it's just the barber who's going to do everything. So then I go back, got the towel in my eyes, and then as they're doing the clean razor, I can feel it's like delicate hands. I'm like, oh, this must be a woman doing it now. So we've changed it up, that's fine, okay. Get it finished, then they do the hot towel, put it over your face, and they put the towel back over my face. I'm like, oh, what's happening now? And then I can feel like hands going down my t-shirt, down my back. They start giving me a massage on my shoulder. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get a massage as well. Maybe it's just like a quick 30-second thing. No, for the next 5 minutes, I was getting my shoulders done. And then I had a woman on the arm, and then my arms were getting done on both arms. I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't just a haircut. I'm getting the full shebang. Fine. So I was like, okay. And then they sat me, I'm like, right, it must be done now. So I stood up, and he's like, oh, this way. So I went round the back, and there's a bed with a sink on the end. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm getting my hair washed. Fine. Do you know what? Fuck it. So I get my hair washed, I get a massage and everything. And then once I'm done, I get it blow dried. One of the best experiences.
Really? Oh,
I mean, I was there for an hour and 20 minutes, I think.
Wow. Jeez, that's a long beard cut. Jeez. Just so much. Everyone was like, oh, he's been kidnapped. Yeah, he's definitely been kidnapped.
Came out, feels like, where the fuck have you been? Literally supposed to be like half an hour. It's 2 minutes down the road. That was it.
Oh my god.
Hour and 20 minutes later.
Best beard cut you've ever had, probably.
Yep. I had 2 hot towels. It was great.
Oh my god.
A bit weird though. It was a bit weird. If I'd known that's what was going on, I would have been able to enjoy it. But every moment I'm just there like, okay, I think it's going to end now. I think it's going to end now.
And it just kept on going.
Yep.
Oh no, that's like with that Thai massage. I kept on like checking the times. I had my phone like here, and I was like, "We've paid for an hour. It's been 5 minutes." Yeah. And I was like, "I already want this to be over."
It felt like ages, and there was this. They were like playing music as well. In there, were they playing like soft, angelic music, or was that just no? Because
no, it was a bit of a. I don't know what it was. There wasn't soft music though. It was like a bit dancey. It was a bit dancey. It wasn't the most relaxing.
Oh, because this one was
playing rock music.
Because this one was absolutely crazy. Because there was like water dripping. It was so environmental, like big,
trying
like
to create
chirping.
some sort of, yeah,
like a nice zen environment. And for some reason, the whole time I thought they had this like fountain that was like dripping water. It turns out she has a phone out playing this YouTube video of some like I don't know zen music. I was like, yeah, okay. okay.
That was so funny.
That's how you know it's professional.
Yeah, when they've got the real
music
water
on,
feature.
You see the YouTube video.
I was like expecting to see this giant waterfall like coming down from the ceiling. Like no.
Did it pause when she was getting a call come through?
Yeah, she got a call or a message, and also it was like in the middle of it. I was like, whoa! I just feel so in my zone right now.
So at peace.
Yeah, really. Never felt more at peace than that when they were rubbing my arms.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to go and get a full body massage. I just don't think I'll be able to trust it. Are you going to do it again?
No.
No.
Absolutely.
Maybe Vietnam's better.
I don't want to find out.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to risk it at this point.
Where else have you been then, other than Thailand and Vietnam?
Cambodia.
And Cambodia. What was Cambodia like? We haven't been to Cambodia.
It was actually nice. It was really nice.
But we did Siem Reap, Koh Rong and Phnom Penh. And we actually ended up staying there a lot less than we were going to.
Yeah.
The weather there was really, really bad. Like, it was like, not bad in a way of like, it was kind of like you couldn't really do anything. It was like, it was so rainy, like all the time. And so yeah, we went to Koh Rong. It was obviously like people say it's the Maldives of Cambodia. Like it was really, really pretty.
Right.
But first of all, the boat ride there, oh my gosh. When I tell you, it was like, I thought some of the Thailand boats were bad. This was something else.
Another
like,
level.
He was getting airtime on these waves, and there was this one time I so vividly remember. I heard like the engine kind of slow down, and everything went silent, and then we just went whoosh, like right up, slammed back on the water. There was a guy in front of me who was actually on the back of the chair, like this is how.
Yeah, and there was like a woman praying. She was really like
everyone was
praying
really scared.
Oh, nice.
It was really bad.
Yeah, we were just
that must have made you feel great. You got one guy throwing up, someone praying for their life. That is an awful boat ride.
It was terrifying.
I hope you're not overthinkers, because that'd be terrible.
It got worse because we got there and we were like, oh, we need a pizza after that. So we sat in this pizza.
I need a pizza. Fuck me.
Oh god, that was a ride and a half.
It really was. So we sat in this restaurant kind of next to the pier, and all of a sudden, so okay, the back of the story. So you know when they say when the locals start panicking, you know it's bad. So we're sat, and then there's this kind of like waitresses here. We hear someone go, oh my god. We look over. I didn't see it because then a crowd of people kind of came. Holly could see because she was sat like that, and she was like, and then I was like trying to look at what was going on. And she's there was a boat like on its side, and all of a sudden everyone on it starts running down the pier like to this boat, and this boat
has it got people on?
Yeah, it was like the literal one after we'd gone like
and crazy. Everyone like from everywhere, like everyone who was living there, literally just
running,
got
like people like
down.
And everyone was panicking, and we were just sat there like, oh my god, if we'd have got one boat later, that would have been us.
They were, like we met some people who were on that boat.
That's
actually
terrifying.
after, and then they were telling us how the boat was sinking on the one side because it was getting filled up with water. And they had to stand on the other side to balance it out. Yeah, this one guy apparently was half asleep and was like, "What is going on?" Just sat down whilst everyone stood on this side of the boat, and he was just still on the side that was
no
sinking.
one woke him up.
Yeah, and then they were like, "You need to come over here." I was like, "What?" He was like, "What is going on?
Why am I getting wet?"
Why am I like half?
Everyone's screaming on the other side of the boat. You probably figured it out pretty quick.
Yes, and he said he was hungover as well. And he said he woke up and he was just like, "What's going on?"
Probably thought he was having a bath or something, just like
Worst hangover that.
Yeah.
Waking up to a sinking boat. That's terrifying. But I did hear a bit of a horror story on. I think it was from Koh Tao, to be fair.
Oh, really?
So I did some diving, and the instructor was telling me you've got the night boat that goes from Koh Tao or maybe Koh Samui to Bangkok. So you can just do that boat rather than having to come all the way down. You can just do the boat. And there was the guy I was on my course was getting that boat, and he sort of said, "Oh, just pay attention because the sister ship to that boat sunk like a couple months before."
Oh my god!
And he was saying so they had an instructor that worked there was on the ship at the time, and he said so the boat obviously started sinking because basically they call them slave ships because they overpacked the boats. Obviously, people were supposed to be able to sleep on like mats, but because they overpacked them, everyone's like literally like next to each other, touching each other. So they call them slave ships to sleep. And so the captain has obviously overfilled with people, and it's too heavy, and it started sinking. And the instructor said the people working on the ship had no idea what to do. So everyone just starts panicking, including the people working on the ship.
Absolutely.
And it was the instructor who basically ended up saving a load of people because he knew what to do and was giving out life jackets and was saying everyone needs to get the fuck off the boat because it's going down. And so everyone's belongings obviously all got lost, like everything, bags, everything.
That's
so so once luckily no one died. Don't know
good.
how.
That's
It was
good,
in the middle of the night as well. It was pitch black in the middle of the night. So
That's
somehow.
Was there like families and stuff as well? Like
Probably.
everyone?
I mean, I guess. Yeah. It's just like a proper like proper like sleeper boat. So I guess so. But apparently, because like I didn't hear anything about this, and I thought that might make like quite a bit of news. Like a ship goes down
like,
with God knows how many people on
so.
in the middle of Thailand. But apparently the local authorities paid people off. They basically just asked how much your stuff was worth and just gave them the money for the stuff. So I'd be like, yep, I had 5 MacBooks, a 10 grand camera, all of my mother's jewellery, all gold and silver plated, yep, all of it.
Oh, that's the thing,
That's
they can't even
terrifying.
prove it, can they? Like, there's no way they can say you're lying.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's at the bottom now. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 3 iPads as well.
My Bentley was also on here as well, so unfortunately I think it's gone down.
Yeah, so after hearing that, now I'm just terrified. And now I've had another one.
We
I'm just
had
terrified.
another bad boat story as well.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
many bad boats.
Okay, this one's
Many.
probably...
Yeah, many.
Okay, there's 2.
A few. Many, yeah.
Okay, no, this one I thought was really bad. So it was on a long-tail boat. And you know that they're like they're not that sturdy anyway, are they?
No.
But so we like out of nowhere, it was like quite a like rainy day anyway, and the sea just went well rough, like out of nowhere, like these were, and at first it was a joke, we were like, haha, we're flying on a long-tail boat.
We're like, whoa, this is like a ride, like going up these waves.
And then,
Trying to enjoy it.
Yeah,
like,
trying to, the
I'm
best
having
we
so
can.
much fun right now.
Yeah.
And then we got into Maya Bay, because it was on like the island tour, and oh my god, these waves were like genuinely nothing I'd ever seen before. Like they were getting like higher and higher and higher. As we get into the bay, we see this boat like over here, and we kind of like started going over that. We weren't saying obviously, but the driver started going over towards it. And we noticed that this boat was like completely still, and then somehow they were like, our propellers broke, so this boat couldn't get anywhere. So then the driver on our boat,
Our propeller is broken.
They lifted the propeller, there was nothing on the back, it was just a stick, and we were like,
that's how bad the waves.
It's not broken, it's come off.
Gone.
Yeah,
like the waves
it's gone.
took it
it's
off.
gone,
Yeah.
completely gone.
And so the like drivers on our boat were like trying to tie our boat to theirs, and obviously they're like stood on the edge of this boat, the waves are horrendous, and they're trying to tie this boat, and so considering it's already so hard for our boat to move in these waves, we've now got another boat attached to us, and the waves are just getting worse. So like we're in the middle of literally nowhere, and I was like, I was like panicking. I was like, there's a storm coming, we're gonna get hit in the rocks.
And you're like, we're literally gonna die.
I literally was like, guys, there's no way out of this.
I was sat there like, no, it's literally okay. Like they've done this before, but it was absolutely like hectic.
Yeah,
like
like
the waves were like crashing really bad.
Yeah, and I just remember like I looked behind at the boat we were towing, and all I saw, it was up like this, and I was like, if they look like that, we look like that. I was like, we're fucked. And then like so they like kind of took us out a bit, and then out of nowhere the sea just calmed down, and then when it was calm, the guys on our boat fixed their they had a spare propeller, fixed their propeller, and then we went back.
Went on our way, our separate ways.
A spare propeller? I'm guessing they were small propellers.
They were quite small.
Yeah,
not like a whole like
giant one like on the back of
envisioning,
it.
it's like just people like swinging around trying to attach this girt propeller, but
that was horrendous.
That was like,
I literally was like, I was about to put my life jacket, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna jump in. I'd rather be in the sea than on this boat right now.
Yeah, it was very hectic, to be fair.
That was really
so much was going on.
Did not enjoy that.
you must be terrified to go on a boat again.
I thought I was after that, and then
You got on another boat.
Korong boat was after that.
So it's like trauma after trauma.
Yeah, and also, genuinely,
PTSD.
like, actually, and also because you're Korong, like that boat is the only way of getting there and back. Like the rep at the hostel was telling us after, like they don't even have bigger boats. Like that little speedboat is the only way of getting there and back. And as we were on the pier to get our boat back, which obviously we were already terrified about because we like experienced it there, seen another one sink, and now we've got to get on another one. And he was telling us, you know, this was when Storm Yagi, the like super typhoon that hit Asia a couple weeks ago. Yeah, and he was like, do you guys know about, like, I'm not telling anyone at the hostel this, but do you guys know about the like massive typhoon that's coming? And we were like, the what? The typhoon. And then he was sat there, I can't tell if he was like messing with us, but he was like, God, this wind's the worst I've ever seen it. As we were about to get on this boat, and I was like, have they ever run boats in wind this bad before? He's like, no, this is the worst I've ever seen it. And I was like, if you're joking with me right now, stop it.
Thanks.
Yeah, and then he told us about how with the typhoon hitting, they didn't know what was going to happen with the boats, and they said when it happened last year that all the boats to and from the island stopped for a week, and we were like, if we'd have left a day later, we could have been stuck on the island.
You could have been stuck. Yeah, we saw pictures of Cat Bar Island, and that's just been like leveled. The pictures are awful. Like trees just down everywhere, buildings down, cars destroyed, boats destroyed, everything. Yeah, because obviously we saw that and we're like, we want to keep going north, or did want to keep going north, but I've seen that we're going to do like Cap Island and what's the city at the north? Hanoi, Hanoi. But I think we're probably not going to do that now because they're going to be cleaning up now. They're still cleaning up. It's like billions. It's like £3 billion worth of damage. It's really bad.
They're still trying to get it back. So
yeah, and obviously there was another one that hit a few days ago.
What's that?
Well, it wasn't so bad though. It was okay. It was okay because we almost didn't come to Da Nang because we saw it coming and we were like, oh well, there's no point now because we were supposed to get on a bus to Da Nang that night and it was hitting the next day. So we were like, oh, do we risk it? Do we just go back to Ho Chi Minh and like try and do another country instead? But we decided to just risk it and see how it was, and it completely missed Da Nang.
So you're like, thank God for that. That's good. It's so unpredictable though. The weather is so
like literally on all the weather reports we could see, it was literally going straight over Da Nang, and then we were here, and then like we were out during the day, like it's supposed to be like pissing down and windy right now, and then we had to check the map and we saw it like was then in Laos.
Oh wow, okay.
So we're like happy,
relief,
happy. That's fine.
Gosh. Yeah, that's because you were saying about the cable cars getting cancelled yesterday when we were up there. There was like, I was literally like looking out over these mountains, there was like fork lightning, and I was like, I'm not getting on a cable car. When there is fork lightning.
We were getting on that one. We were like, no, see you soon.
And then like the guy we had for the taxi was messaging like, do you guys like, are you nearly done? And I was like, I'm not getting on that cable car.
The guy arrived like, he was like, oh, message me when you're finished, like 20 minutes before you finish or when you want to leave. We were like, yeah, that's fine, we'll do that. Turns out it was like 3 o'clock and he's like, I'm here, and we were like, what? You're here?
Okay.
On this like ride, like, this is so good, and he was like, yeah, I'm here now. And we were like, what do you mean you're here? And bear in mind, it's obviously like 30 minutes to get back down from there. So we were like, oh, okay.
We hadn't even done the bridge yet at this point. We'd have to get a cable car.
Why did he just turn up?
I don't know.
He was really chill though, luckily. So it was alright, but like we were just like,
it was lovely. We're like, hey, a bit early though.
Did you still manage to do the bridge?
Yeah.
Just have to text him like, sorry, we've still got stuff to do.
Yeah, a bit busy
an hour.
But no, it was really good. It was really good.
How were the rides there?
Really good. Actually fantastic. The Alpine coasters were sick.
It was so
Was it expensive to get in?
Relatively.
£30 to get in, and then each Alpine coaster.
So like $1 million. Was it about $1 million?
$8.19. No, it might. Yeah, I think for Vietnamese people it's like $8.19, and for us I think it was like $103. Something like that.
It's always expensive for tourists.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we had that in Thailand going to some waterfalls, didn't we? Where it was like it was literally like 70 baht for a local to go in there. It was like 300 if you're a tourist. Basically, if you're white, it's 300.
So I'm fine. Yeah, they keep accusing me of being like that kind of Asian. I literally went to Thailand. I went to Thailand. They were like, "Oh, you Thai?" They were like talking to me in Thai. I was like, "No, I'm not sorry."
Birmingham.
Yeah, I'm from Birmingham, mate. Like, Birmingham. And then we went to Cambodia, and then as soon as we got there, the guy was like, "Oh, are you like Cambodian?" And I was like, no, I'm not actually. That's a really good question. I'm not actually Cambodian.
Going into shops and they just instantly start talking in their native language.
Yeah, they always do that. And then I'm like, what? Sorry.
English.
Birmingham, guys. Birmingham.
And then there's been some people that have said to you, like, they've been like, where are you from? You've been like, England. They've been like, where are you from?
Yeah, they make it so like, no, but where are you from?
Where?
Like, where are you from? And then they're like, your skin colour. I'm like, Birmingham. Yeah.
That surprises me, to be fair, that people do that.
It happens quite a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like, I don't know, I guess they just want to know, like, because I'm half Filipino.
Right.
And a lot of the time when I was younger, people couldn't actually differentiate whether or not I was Asian or just a really tanned white person. So I was always sort of like, they were always asking me, like, oh, well, what are you? Like, what am I? I'm like, Birmingham!
Brummy!
Yeah. But, yeah.
So, where was it actually you're from?
Telford.
Telford, yeah. How far away from Birmingham is it? Telford.
40 minutes?
Yeah. Birmingham.
We're close.
We don't have the accent.
No, you don't have the accent.
No, we got told we sound like we're from West London now. It's this girl and she was like, you sound more posh than me. And I was like,
no, we don't think we sound that
don't sound posh.
Thank
no.
you. We just sound like, I think, middle. We just sound like we're
regular.
England.
Regular.
England.
Yeah. So much better here than England. So much better here than England. Although the weather has been shit.
Yeah.
The weather has been shit. To be fair, it wasn't so bad in South Thailand. Like when we were in Krabi, we had really nice weather.
So nice.
Yeah.
For like
so
all
good.
of Samui, Koh Phangan and Koh Tao, the weather was perfect.
Surprisingly,
So
like good. It was surprisingly quite.
Yeah. Did you do the north as well?
No, just
Shame. To be fair, the weather only got worse as you went up.
really. I was gonna say a lot of people
cold.
told us it was really bad up there.
Yeah, really cold. We did the highest peak in Thailand.
Oh, really?
I can't remember what it was called. That was fun, and you can take like there's a decent road all the way up. It's windy, but we took some bikes. Like we just took the bikes up. Like we drove there on the bikes, and we were with another guy we were traveling with at the time, Joel. And we like stayed nearby, and then in the morning woke up at like maybe like 5 a.m. because we're gonna try and see sunrise. Start going up, it's pissing it down. And we start going up, and then it's sort of like as we get up to like the middle, it starts like open up a bit, and we can see a bit of orange coming through the clouds. Like, oh, it's gonna be fine.
yeah.
But it was cold, and then we kept going. As we came around this corner after seeing that bit, we just hit a cloud of mist, and it just started. It was just rain, and then we get to the top, and it's 12 degrees. And we are literally in like shorts, t-shirt, and just like a basic like jacket over the top.
That's
like
horrendous.
you didn't even have that. Finn had literally put on 2 t-shirts and a poncho.
At least you got the poncho.
Yeah, the poncho will help. Yeah.
And we thought, oh, there's a cafe at the top. We can get hot coffee. We can sit inside. We'll be fine once we get to the top. We get to the top, and it was supposed to open at 6:30 in the morning. So we're like, right, okay, we got to wait I think we had to wait like 20 minutes when we were there. Then we got there, and then it wasn't opening for another half an hour. And we were just freezing. And they had like this little like pavilion almost with like it's not a museum, but it's just like an information bit. Just see a bit like history of the mountain or whatever. So we were just in there trying to like jog in a circle, trying to keep warm.
Jeez.
But when we came back down, it started to warm up. It was actually really nice. It was really nice views. It was really nice, but it just wasn't the sunrise we were expecting at the top of the highest point in Thailand. 12 degrees.
Oh,
And that time as well, early in the morning, you're waking up for it just for it to be like that. Oh,
Yep.
no.
And now we are soaked, freezing cold.
No, that. Have you seen like everyone does like the sunrise tours of Angkor Wat?
Off where?
Angkor Wat in Cambodia.
Angkor Wat.
It's like the. It's
No.
one of the. Is it one of the ancient wonders of the world? I think it's one of the. It's like the big like temple. It's like really famous in Siem Reap.
Oh yes, yeah.
But like,
I know
and like every single tour, pretty much you can do there is a sunrise tour.
Yeah.
And so like we were like absolutely not, we're not going there.
Yeah.
We're like
We're not early birds.
we're not early birds at
early
all.
birds.
Like we literally got up like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, we were stressed getting ready. We were like, yeah,
oh
we
my
need
god,
to
we've got
go.
20 minutes. And yeah, we were like, we're not doing that. And so we just did like a regular 8 a.m. tour, which is still a bit much for us to be honest. And it poured it down all day. Like we had these ponchos on, and we were like drenched doesn't even touch how soaked through we
Because
were.
the ponchos did absolutely
nothing.
Drowned around.
And it's like, you know, because it's like a temple, you have to like cover up. Like we were both in like long like trouser skirts, then like long sleeved shoulder covered tops, and so it all sticks to you. Like it's like I feel like if it rains and you're in shorts, it's like not as bad as it's hot.
Yeah.
But like obviously if it's cold, it is. But if it's hot, then like it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah,
but,
you
like,
just deal with the sweat. It's fine.
yeah, exactly.
It's fine.
But no, and then also at that temple tour day, I saw a which one was it? A dog attack a monkey. And oh my god, it was one of the most horrendous things ever. Like, we were just doing this tour of the temple, and I was kind of just like looking. I think you were talking to the guide about something. I looked through into this courtyard. I heard like barking and like I'm not even the monkey noise. You know the noise.
The monkey noise. We'll leave it at that.
And I like look around just as I see it. I see this dog chasing this monkey, and it just gets it. And I was like. I literally was like, I have to go. I was like, I can't be here. That was horrendous. And then, like, the monkey called its pack. Next thing we know, it was like...
It sent out a mane. It was like, yeah, like, free could hear it.
And then we looked it up, and this monkey that had just been attacked is staring at us, and I was like, I need to go. And I was like,
yeah, it was like crawling at the top of like this building, and we were like, oh hell no! And the guide was like, he was joking around, like,
he's like, oh, you want to go watch the dog attack the monkey? And I was like,
no, actually, I don't think we want to.
So I tell you, the dog had the monkey. The monkey wasn't getting away. No. So the monkey's friends didn't help him out.
Don't know what
we
happened.
ran
after.
away.
I
Yeah.
thought the dog just came running past us, and I was like,
yeah.
The monkeys are. I've seen a lot of videos. I don't know whereabouts in Asia it was, but where the monkeys are like nicking people's phones. And like, is it in Bali? Because they sort of learned that the phone is the highest valued item to us. So like then they want to trade.
That's just so sad. Like,
what?
Actually is. So like they know obviously we like carry around food and snacks and stuff. So they want a trade. They'll give you the phone as long as you give them something. And it's getting to the point point now that they know, like, it's like a lot of tourists will take like bananas or something of the sort, to like just in case something gets nicked, they need to do a trade.
You need to do that one.
Okay.
But how no? I'm leaving my phone at home. No, they can take everything else.
True, actually. Yeah.
They've sort of learned that they know you have better stuff than fruit, like chocolate bars. So they'll be like, you'll hold them banana, and they'll be like, always like, nah.
Hey, give us the dairy milk.
They're like, oh, okay, there you
like
go.
raise up the stakes, like, no, you know what I want. You know what I want.
And they'll sit down, they'll open up the packet of the Snickers and then just
scran it. Absolutely scran it.
I've seen someone like almost like rub the chocolate in like the packet in dirt, and the monkey will like then just like clean off the dirt, and then it will like open it up and clean. Oh,
it's crazy.
Scary.
Too smart.
They are
too smart.
They actually are.
Joel, the guy who went up the highest point in Thailand with, he had his phone nicked by a monkey, and it started like chewing on it, and so like just completely broke all the glass and everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You broke your phone as well, not via monkey though.
I wish via monkey though. It was actually really traumatic because I got a crack in my screen like a few weeks before we came here, before we went to Thailand, and one of the first nights we went out, I had my phone out taking photos, and water got into this, so that the next day I woke up trying to send messages, like answering calls and all that, and I could not touch that side of my phone. It just wasn't working, and so I sort of stressed out, and I was like, oh, I need to get this like looked at. So we went to a place like a mall there that did like screen repairs, like just change the screen, because I thought maybe that's what it needs. So I got the screen changed for like, was it like 50 something like that. It wasn't like too expensive, but it was like the similar price. Okay. So I got that done. Next day we go on a tour. We go to this like Pig Island tour.
Pig Island.
So
literally an island with just pigs.
Exactly.
And
it says on the box.
Yeah. And we went there, and my phone wouldn't turn on. My phone was like blank screen, like, you know, the Apple logo. It shows it like flashing. It would go back off, and like it was doing that the whole time I was there. I didn't get a single photo of anything. And so the whole time I was like, okay, it'll come on. Like, it's okay, stay calm. It'll come on. Yeah. We get back to the hostel, still doing it. I was panicking. I was like, what can I do? Like, I can't call my family. I was like panicking. I was like, I have to buy a new phone. I don't have the funds for a new phone. I was like, what am I gonna do? So we went to this other place to get my phone. I spent so much money on my phone getting repaired, and
in
that's
the first week we were there.
Yeah, we only just started the travels, and so we were there getting it changed, and she was showing me like all of it, like what was wrong with it, and I spent another like 70 quid trying to get it fixed. So she took the speaker out, like the speaker's changed. I don't even have Face ID anymore. I'm like,
we thought we were getting scammed.
And I was talking to her. I was like, you sure this is right? Like, please let me know, because I don't want to be scammed again. Like, just in case. So then she fixed it. It's been okay since then. Keyboard's still a bit fussy, but you know,
it works enough. You can sort it when you're home.
I can still turn it on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we were talking to some people about how their phones have gotten stolen, and it felt like, just imagine your phone being stolen.
My phone nearly got.
Go on. No, I was only going to react like, my phone got stolen. I'd be so upset.
I'd never. I was saying, my phone didn't nearly get stolen. It nearly got washed away to sea.
Jesus.
It's some of the funniest. It was in Koh Tao.
It was in Koh Tao.
Did you go to?
Is this on a boat again?
No, actually.
It was on a swing, actually.
Did you go to? What was the beach club called?
Oh, I don't remember. It was like the only
AC.
AC Club?
Fishbowl.
Ah, the fishbowl.
No, it wasn't.
Was it near AC?
It was
AC. It was AC.
AC is the one with the pool, which had the pool party, right?
No, it wasn't. It might have been Fishbowl, or was it?
It was next to Fishbowl. It was a beach.
It was a beach
club.
Yeah, and so we were honestly this night. All we'd had was one bucket, but our friends said to this, we had this one bucket of soy we went to every night, and he was like, make them extra. So he was trying to barter him to give it. So the buckets cost $120, and he was trying to get him to give us for 100, and the guy was like, no, I'm not doing it for 100. He's like, can you at least make them extra strong? When I tell you this is the strongest drink I've ever had in my entire life, like I swear, if the bucket was this big, that much was alcohol. It was so strong, alcohol. And like I hadn't even really drunk much like before that holiday. So
that's probably a
good deal. Yeah. So like we just had this one bucket, but like I feel like it made us quite drunk, and so we were on these swings at this beach.
We were absolutely like wrecking this swing, like going up so high.
I think you just went to like chill swinger that we were up here. Like
they were bamboo swings.
You were taking the swing for a spin.
Yeah, basically. And then so I think my phone was in my front pocket like this.
Yeah, because you were recording. You're recording some videos. Yeah, and then you're like, oh yeah, let me just put it in my pocket.
Yeah. And then, so I didn't know this, but my phone flew out my pocket, and it was landed in. So like, the swings are here, the sea is like here.
Right.
It landed in the sea, like it was quite rough, like there were waves.
Yeah,
and Holly was literally going, "Your phone, your phone."
I can't tell you how funny. I was like, at first I was stressing out so much because it's the way it was so cartoony.
It was getting pulled
Not
away.
another phone.
Yeah, it went flying in the air, and I was like, did she mean to do that? I know you did it, but at first I was like, is she joking? And then all of a sudden it just face plants in like the, you know, when the tide comes up, like, and it went back down. I was like, oh my flipping god, her phone's just gone in the water, and so she's going, yeah, on the swing, and I'm like, oh my god.
I didn't realise it had fallen out. Even though I thought you were just shouting for the
I was
fun
stressed.
of it.
I was so stressed. I was like, Tegan, your phone, and I was like,
I turn around, she is literally hanging off the swing, drags her feet along the floor to stop it because we're going so high. It sprints like, you know, like the.
No, that's a good friend.
It was
stressing over your phone.
because the way that I had to grip onto this swing, because we were up high, we were like literally in line with like the top of the swing, so I had to put my feet on the ground, you know, when you hold on, and it dragged my body.
I just
Digging.
turned around, I was like, what is she
I
doing?
was like this on the floor, like my whole
You're
body
still
was
trying to swing. Like,
Yes!
and I ran in this water. I can't tell you how long my shoes was soaked for. And I picked it up and I was like wiping it, and I was like, oh my fucking god. Tegan was like, still on the swing, she's still going strong. I was like,
oh, is that my phone?
oh my phone, thank you.
I take it the phone was fine.
Yeah, but
Very
look at
surprisingly
me.
fine.
The state of my phone is actually embarrassing. I put a new screen protector on right before we came out, and it looks like this.
Yeah, that's
I drop it at least 12 times a day.
You definitely use screen protector.
I do. But I can't find one anywhere. I was looking everywhere yesterday, and I was like, if it keeps like that, water's gonna get in it.
Oh, we had what was it? We were at a bar, and we had someone come up, and they had like a backpack on, and they were like doing screen protectors. Like, do you know when people walk around and sell stuff?
Oh yeah.
And they were coming up and just like, oh, do you need a screen protector?
The
And they were like,
ones
do it there and then.
yes.
So maybe you just need to sit at a bar for
God.
long enough, and they'll come up and do it for you.
Whoa.
I don't know how much they'll charge you, but
We'll be like bartering with them.
Yeah.
Like
I
£1.
can't barter for the life of me.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah, we'll give
We'll
it a go.
try.
oh dear. I think, to be fair, the only issue we've had with phones was Finn's phone. Finn almost got swept away in a waterfall.
Oh,
Jesus
no, waterfall.
It's Thailand again. We were coming back down from the peak, and there was like some waterfalls around. So I go, we'll do some waterfalls on the way back down. Two birds, one stone. And like we walked down next to this waterfall. We probably weren't really supposed to go down, but we did because we're idiots. And we're walking along, and it was like quite slippy. And there was a log that was like jammed and like sticking out. So Joel and Finn, I had like really slippy shoes on, so I was like, I'm not even going to attempt to go near the water. But they decided to go over, and then Joel was trying to move this log because he wanted to watch it like go down the rapids, because it was literally like whitewater rapids between these rocks as it like went down, like fast flowing. And then Finn, I don't even know what he did. He like stepped to like help him or do something. Finn slips. All I see is Finn go down on all fours. His phone falls out, all fours, and he's like this on all fours, but he's still moving towards the water, just slipping back on all fours, not moving.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Somehow, either you did you grab the log?
Yeah, I was like, right, I'm gonna go in, so I need to make a decision here. I'm going to Joel, he's coming with me, that's that one. I'm gonna have to grab this log, which may not be solid enough. So
Oh,
jeez.
I'm still sliding, I'm literally like shit to myself. I'm making a decision at this point, so I'm like, grab this log, grab Joel.
Like halfway in the water.
Scary.
Joel managed to grab your phone as well, but then your phone was fucked.
Oh,
Yeah. I didn't start recording until after I knew you were fine, so I only got you climbing out.
He was recording him holding on to the slug. Whoa, this is so good.
Finn's gonna die. No, it
Live reaction.
It was like, okay, he's fine, right?
That's alright then.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh dear. Yeah, I've been. Who was it? There was a guy when we were in Ho Chi Minh. We were staying at a hostel and I was sat down late at night, and this guy comes in. It was his first night. He hadn't even slept yet. He just got there, and he came back into receptionist. This is the American guy. And he comes to receptionist and he's like, oh yeah, I've had my passport and my phone nicked. It's his first night there. He's got a 6-month visa for like working stuff because he was doing photography. And the first night there, like I think he was like getting out of a taxi in like a busy area, and I think he felt someone like almost like hit into his hip. But obviously, he just didn't think of anything of it until he went to grab his phone and realised his phone and passport was both gone.
That's
Like, what would you do then? You have no way to contact anyone. And
No, so he was at the reception just like asking if he could like call home. So I'm guessing he just had to like gone to the Apple store, got a new phone, and then I'm guessing with passports you just have to go to either immigration or like a bureau of some sort.
Yeah. Or is there an embassy?
Oh, embassy. That's the word I was looking for. Embassy. He was American. So I'm guessing you just have to go to like US embassy and get it sorted out. First night, passport and awful. Phone, the two worst things to have gone. Yeah. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. The cat's still asleep on the bag. Oh, Pooch.
It's okay. It's fine.
You're not scared of dogs?
Probably like the worst, like, scared person of dogs ever.
Like not like
terror, like not scared.
Like like stray dogs. Like no, I know he's not stray, but like
he's not.
Like
stray.
I don't know why I'm scared of him. I'm not scared like of dogs like as a whole. I'm scared of big dogs. Like I remember my friend had these two big dogs when I was younger. I literally could not go in their house if the dogs were like not locked in the kitchen. It was horrendous. But like I'm not scared of like all dogs.
So you're fine with small dogs.
Yeah, but he's scared.
Normally.
He's scary.
I'm definitely more wary here because of like stuff like rabies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we were told a story of a guy who had a cut on his leg, and a dog had licked it, and he decided, I'll be fine. Obviously, like that's how rabies can be transferred. Yeah. And he ended up going home and he started getting symptoms at home, like foaming at the mouth and all of that. Once symptoms start, there's like basically a 4% survival rate. Like I think it's less than 15 people have been recorded to survive rabies once the symptoms have started.
And he survived?
No, he did not survive.
Oh.
He did not survive. Yeah.
Jeez.
Just to lighten the mood a little bit, but yeah. So if you get licked by a stray dog on an open wound or get bitten, go and get the rabies shot. It might cost you like 100, 200 quid, but it's better than dying.
Better than being dead, yeah.
Yeah,
God,
terrible. The other
that's scary.
was we had some friends here. Where were they? Do you know? Molly getting stung by the jellyfish. That was in Thailand.
Oh, not jellyfish.
That was in Krabi. So,
thank God we didn't say Krabi.
So, I'm probably going to butcher this story, especially if they're going to watch this. But as far as I can remember Hannah telling me, they were swimming and there were other people swimming as well, and a few of them got stung by jellyfish.
Yeah.
Molly got like stung on the face or something like that, and another guy got stung on the foot. Mm-hmm. So, because they got stung, obviously they went to hospital. Molly had like a drip or whatever, had it sorted, absolutely fine. The other guy decided to just firm it and decided that it'll be fine. Oh no. And it was like 2 weeks late. They bumped into the mates that he was travelling with or someone he knew and said, how is he? And they were basically just like, he's had to go home and have the foot amputated.
No way.
So he has now lost his foot because he decided not to get any treatment. And I think as far as I'm aware, like some people are okay with it. And like some people just react badly, but obviously whatever happened, it was flesh eating, and he probably woke up one morning with his foot going like blue or something. Like I know other flesh eating stuff make sure like hands go like black, and can make your feet go black a bit like frostbite. So I'm guessing something like that started happening, and then they were like, right, we're gonna have to take off the foot. So imagine that you go for a swim, you get stuck by a jellyfish, and then 2 weeks later you're without your left foot because you decided to just firm it.
That's frightening.
Because I mean, like, the thing is, it's kind of like, I'm glad I heard that story, because I definitely, because like at home, you go to A&E, it's usually like, if the pain gets worse, then you go to hospital. Yeah. But I'm guessing here you can't really do that, because it doesn't matter if it's painful or not, because but the pain probably plateaued, and he thought, I can deal with this pain, it's not that bad, I'll take some painkillers, but obviously not knowing that it was flesh eating, and yeah, so I definitely would have been the one to go, the pain's fine, I don't need to, it'll be fine. Yeah. Wow. So I'm glad I've heard that story.
Even like the rabies one. Yeah, like if a dog just touches me, no, rabies, like rabies shot now. Like that's frightening to hear that though.
It's only if their body fluids get to yours. That's it.
Oh,
so yeah, don't kiss a dog and don't let it lick an open wound or let it
God, we've done all of that.
Fuck.
We haven't had that many dog encounters apart from the one in Samui. We were these people that like we just met, right? And like I'd like said like we were like I think I'd said the night before because when we were walking there was a dog and she was I'm scared of dogs. And then like we were sat like at this buffet after a boat tour, and this dog like came over to us, and I kind of like sat like all on the bench chair, and I was like, I don't want I'm a bit scared right now.
Don't come near me.
And then I swear it like could sense my fear. It was like staring at me, and so then it like kind of came towards me. So this one, I was stood on the bench.
You were stood.
I was literally stood on the bench like this, and this group of people that we'd hardly known were just like laughing at me. And I was like, "This isn't funny. I'm so scared."
So you were pacing like back and forth around the back of this bench behind these people,
and the dog was literally following me. I think it might have thought I was playing, but I was not playing. I was so scared, and it didn't.
He smelt the fear.
I think he genuinely did.
I'm gonna fuck with this person.
He's like, I know.
Found a victim. Yeah.
I learned the other day that dogs can smell adrenaline. So like if you are fearful, obviously now there's adrenaline going through you. Dogs can smell adrenaline. How weird is that? That's why they can that's why they use them for like smelling like cancer and COVID. So they can smell what's in your blood.
That's insane.
That's insane.
That's actually that's probably why he was trying to get at you. Not the food.
Who's got it? Someone's scared.
Oh dear. Yeah, we've been fortunate enough. We haven't had that many dog encounters.
Yeah.
Not bad ones, at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We saw someone get in Koh Rong. There was this like tiny little chihuahua. So it was this like in the hostel. There was this like music quiz, and like you had to go. Whoever danced the best won like a bonus point for their team.
It was fun. It was really good.
Yeah, and then one of the guys on our team was like, "How can we get an extra point?" And there was just this random chihuahua sat on this table, and he was like, "I'm gonna dance with the dogs." He walks in, and there's a chihuahua. As he puts his hand out to it, the chihuahua just bites his finger.
Yeah, like straight
and
up.
then he's like,
no.
And then he's laughing. He's like, oh, it's so funny. We were like stood there like, are you
like,
good?
What?
Rabies.
Yeah,
Rabies.
I'm pretty sure it did break the skin. Did it or did it not?
I don't remember.
Because like, it bit two people, and I swear one it broke the skin, one it didn't. But either way, he was fine.
Yeah.
Well, he was dancing the whole night, so
He must be fine.
Yeah. Only that with chihuahua, right?
Where was that?
Koh Rong.
Koh Rong. Where's Koh Rong?
Cambodia.
Oh,
It's
in
a little
Cambodia.
island, like with the
Okay.
boat.
This place,
With
the
that
terrifying
place.
place I'm never going to go to.
Yeah. We learned to play volleyball there, and I had a bruise.
Oh, cool.
You can still see a bruise on my hand from volleyball. It was so bad, it was like massive.
yeah, it was like bright colours.
Yeah, the thing is, the day after we were in this hotel room, we had a metal fan. I think we stood on the bed, and Holly reached her hand up, and the fan absolutely, but like on full speed, bashed her hand, like a metal fan, and it didn't even make a bruise as big as the one I got from volleyball.
Yeah, it
and I was like,
shows
how? I felt like I broke your hand.
Yeah.
How long were you playing volleyball for?
The whole it was actually a long while.
Like an hour.
It was so funny. It was like back
and
and forth as well. It was not like constant like over there. It was like we'd hit the ball, it would go in like the opposite direction. So we'd start again every single round. We'd just do it again.
That's why every time you were serving, every single time. Yeah.
It was crazy.
Do you have any other horrifying stories?
We've got quite a funny, horrifying one from the sand dunes.
Okay, yeah.
So we were doing the ATVs, like the quad bikes, and so first of all, so he drove us kind of into like the sandy paths, and then he I was in the middle, so it's your turn to drive. Yeah. So it's like the button you press, and then like the more you press it, we did the dunes in the ATV riding.
Yeah,
we did.
So
good. So much fun.
One of our favourite things we've done.
Yeah.
But so I was just so bad at it. I was really hesitant. I would like press it, and then as we got to like the slightest corner, I'd like take my hand off the throttle or whatever, and then he was like getting up on Google Translate, like, stop doing that, you can't do that, you're gonna break me.
Put it in your face,
like because he's doing that, you're taking it off as well.
Yeah, and he was like, stop it, and then after like a couple of minutes, I'm like, you driver, I can't do this. And then you were really good at it, so we were like driving around, then we got to this weird bit, and like he was like, slow down or something, like he was like, drive regular speed, and then all of a sudden the engine just stops, and he gets up, we're in the middle of the desert, he gets up on his phone, he's like, my thing has broke, we're stuck, and then he's like, I'll call for help. So he's like calling for help, and then he put up on the Google Translate, he was like, you drove it wrong, so it malfunctioned. But I was like, but I swear it was me, like he blamed you, but I swear it was my hesitation that broke.
You didn't claim to know what you were doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like he should have should have known. And then so a rescue came on this ATV. It was like on crack. It was so much like quicker, more powerful. And so I got back in the driver's seat and I was like, okay, I'm not going to be hesitant. So I was a bit there this time, just absolutely razzing it around. And I think
go
in the air.
Time. But I think he felt a bit bad that we'd broken down. So we know from hindsight. Well, did he let you drive on the actual cliffy dunes?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah. I went down like the big fucking steep one.
Right, I was gonna say, he didn't let anyone else in our group drive, so like out of nowhere we were just like out in the middle of these dunes, and then he tells me like, so like, you know the viewpoint bit, like the edge is kind of like that and then like that.
Where the water is.
Yeah. And then so he took us to this other part with me still driving, because I think he felt bad for us. And when I tell you the edge was that, it was a corner, and so I'm driving and I'm like, we should like, there's no tracks on the ground. I'm like, why has he brought us here with me in the control of this thing? And I'm like, where do I go now? Because we kind of like reached the end. He points at the edge, and he was like there, and I was like, are you joking? I was literally here like going, I was like stopped at this point. I was like, are you joking?
You're joking.
And then he was like, go, and so I just go off the edge of
Fuck
the
it.
and like, it was literally something out of a cartoon. Like, I'm here grabbing onto this thing, screaming. Holly's in the back screaming, and this guy is just laughing at us as we're going down this literally vertical thing.
That was quite funny.
Yeah,
it was
and
so
then like
good.
when we got to the bottom of that, he was like, okay, my turn, and then he took us like the actual viewpoint.
But he was crazy when he was driving us about. Like
he
did he take you right up to the top of like? Do you know, obviously you had the big sand dune? Yeah, did he take you all the way? Yeah.
We were like resident. We were like,
So much fun.
And at the end, he was like, "You guys okay?"
Which one of you was on the back? Did you? How hard was it holding on?
But I was like, because we were recording as well. I was with one hand. I was like trying to like hold on.
And then when we swapped around and I was on the back, I was literally like, I don't know where to hold on. I was like,
no, you were on the back that time. Yeah, it was great. It was insane.
No, not horrendous. The fun in the most.
It was fun. It was scary at some point.
Yeah, we must have been screaming so much because he was laughing at us the whole time. And then we got off, she was like, "Are you okay?"
I was like, "Are you guys good?"
Okay.
Because we were laughing and screaming at the same time. It was like a mix of emotions. We were like, "Ah!"
But it was one of the best experiences.
Probably top
the
two.
best one.
Top two.
What was top one then?
Honestly, that snorkeling day in Koh Tao, I loved that. It was just so much fun. Like, we went with one of our friends that we'd met here, that we'd like been with for a while, and like, I know, it was just so much fun.
I thought snorkeling was fucking amazing.
It was insane.
Better than I expected.
It was really good.
I did the scuba diving because I really wanted to try that, and we went to there's like a World War II shipwreck. And it like sits on like a pinnacle, and it's like the front is kind of sort of like that where it's broken, but otherwise it's all intact. Like has two guns like on either end with a big cabin, and we went down and he huh?
Still got ammo in it.
No, with the cabin like for the for the I guess you call it a wheelhouse. I don't know what you call it on that. It was a relatively small boat, and he shone the torch down like the barrel of the gun. And it was just like life, like it was just like alien life. Like, it was just, like coral sticking out the side of the gun with like fish swimming in between.
That's so cool.
Insane.
Like something you see from a film.
Yeah.
That would be
it was really, really fucking cool. Got to see a great barracuda.
No way. Gosh,
a little bit scary,
needlefish.
But yeah. Oh no, it was a needlefish there as well.
We saw them in PP.
They have needlefish in PP.
I think so. I thought it was a swordfish.
They were like long and they looked really scary.
And like one swim across right in front of me, and I've never got back on the boat quicker. I was like, that was a swordfish.
So funny.
Yeah, because I know there's a horror story where someone died from one of them because it swam at them and hit into their goggles and went through their goggle and basically killed them straight away because it like just swam in.
I am so glad that you told me this now and not
because I thought I saw one on Koh Tao and I was like, oh, is that a needlefish? And then I researched them and it ended up being like a crocodile fish or something, something like that.
That sounds just as bad.
Yeah, but it was that one was I was okay with because the thought of it swimming at you and penetrating through your eye,
that's something that you have nightmares with.
Yeah, no, I rescued someone's phone off the seafloor. That was a heroic move.
That was very heroic.
Yeah, we were swimming in like one of the bays on the boat tour, and so the guy. So I don't like. I'm not like scared of fish, but they scare me a little bit. And so this guy was like, "Oh, there's no fish in this bay. Like you're good." Yeah. And so like I'd swim in all the others, but like you didn't take snorkels, so like you couldn't see under the water, so it's like you don't know what's there. And it was like it was when it's like quite cloud, like it was blue water, but it's quite cloudy. It's like not see through. Yeah. And so we were like just like paddling, and this guy had his phone around his neck in one of the waterproof cases, and he just like I think we did he swim down or something?
We were taking photos
under the water, and then we came back up, and he just went, something's just hit my leg, and I went, absolutely not. I was like, if there's not meant to be fish in here and something's just touched his leg, I don't want to know what it is.
So she was like midway getting on this boat, like it was insane.
Yeah, and so I was on the way getting on the boat, and then Holly says, Tegan, grab the snorkels, he's dropped his phone. So like, because we left our snorkels on the boat, so I like grab the snorkels and I get back in, and obviously clock at this point, it's his phone that hit his legs, there's no fish, we're good. And so he's so stressed that he gets back on the boat because he's like, he's like, I'm not getting it back. He's like, you couldn't see the bottom, like it was deep. And so like I like took like the snorkel mask out, so I just had the goggles on, and I was like swimming around trying to see it, and then I just saw like the loop of the case, and I was like, oh my god! But like I'd been swimming around for too long to grab it then, so I like came back up to the top, and I was like, okay, I need to swim all the way to the bottom to grab it. And so like I literally swam to the bottom, and I was trying to grab it, and it was so hard because it was kind of like in like the like sandy bits at the bottom, and I was already scared. I was like, what, the sea urchins in there? I knew there wasn't, but I was like, what if there is? And then I grab it, and then he thought his phone was gone for life.
Yeah,
like,
he was like panicking.
He was stressing.
He was really stressed. Understandably, I think I would be too.
Understandably, yeah.
But he just couldn't bear it.
To be fair, you must be able to swim pretty well then. If it was quite deep and you managed to hold your breath and go get it.
I surprised myself. I didn't even snorkel the first time we got in the movie. I was like, I'm not getting in the sea.
Because we were doing lessons, to be honest, because we were in a hotel. We were like going underwater, like staying there.
Yeah, because we went to this one hotel. It had like a 3 meter deep pool, and I could get to the bottom so easily, but like you couldn't get to the bottom for some reason. I was like, maybe it's just me. I was like, something wrong with me. Problem. And we were there for like a whole hour just trying to get to the bottom of this pool, and I was like, just keep swimming, you'll get there.
Just keep swimming.
And it's like, you know when it's deep, like it makes your ears pop when you get to the bottom. It's like that deep.
So she was teaching me how to do it. So we were both like searching for this phone, and then when she saw it, we were like, and we were like, it's all the practice we had.
We literally like that pool, that 3 meter pool.
To be fair, that actually probably did help.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It was hectic.
Was the phone deeper than the pool?
God, yeah, I'd say so. I don't know how deep it was there, but
it was really. It was definitely a few feet, like
a few feet.
I'm trying to think. Definitely a few feet.
Many feet.
Many feet.
Yeah, that's quite impressive. To be fair,
thanks.
That is impressive. Dude, in murky water as well.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. I don't even like this scene that much. But I was like, if this was my phone right now, I would.
This is my moment. I'm gonna be.
I see her shining in the water, like glowing as soon as she saw it.
Kim
He must have been so thankful when you gave it back.
He genuinely was.
He was like, "What do you want for it?" And I was like, "Can you take some pictures on the boat?"
He was like, "Yeah, just not with my phone this time." We were like, "Okay, sure."
Oh dear. Finn got a little bit close. Did you see any triggerfish? The big
one with
the teeth.
I swam away when she saw them. I was like,
that's good because they get like territorial. So if you go near their nest, they'll come on like they. Supposedly, the instructor said to me like they'll take like a chunk out of you. Don't really know what that means, but you know, I'm guessing it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Finn comes back.
Oh no!
And Finn had the waterproof case for the phone, and comes back. Oh yeah, I like record this like big fish, and I'm like, oh cool, let's see it. And I'm like. That's a triggerfish. Finn was less than a meter, like literally with the camera in its face. Like
he was going, "Hey, fishy."
Literally, I'm like, yeah, that's.
That's a triggerfish.
They're big,
But do you know that could be our friend that did the scuba told us that their territory goes in like a cone like that.
Yes, yeah, that's them.
So you must have literally been like in there like this big.
Maybe you were just right at the bottom. I don't know what that eats.
That's so funny. You just missed the territorial cone.
It's just the way like we were watching the video. Like that's a triggerfish.
Like, well, someone's surviving. The fact they have buck teeth is so bad.
It's actually a bit funny. Like, just imagine going up to it. It's like staring directly at you. Like, hey.
There was this one fish I made direct eye contact with for like 3 seconds, and I was like, "What are you gonna do?"
It's like romantic.
Romantic scene. It was just a regular fish, but I was there. Like, I was trying to get back to the boat, so I was like, "This isn't a fish for one day," and he was just staring at me, and I was like, "Can I get past, please?"
Oh dear! I know a lot of the fish end up like following you because you kick up sand and they eat what's in the sand. They'll end up following you. That's why they like to be around you.
Oh,
yeah.
So we got friends, little friends.
So you got friends.
I swam right over a stingray that scared the life out
of me.
I remember seeing
and like it was
cool.
so scary because we were trying to find the sharks at this point because someone had said like there's sharks in this bit of the bay.
You were scared of the stingray, but you were trying to find sharks. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, but either way. And so I was like swimming, and then I saw this hand like this, and it was like someone from another group that we didn't know. And you know you like snorkeling kind of like look forward. I looked directly down. There is a stingray, probably like 2. How?
It was. I think
it wasn't that far
big
below.
Stingray, small stingray.
It was quite big. Yeah,
that's
quite
cool.
big.
That's really cool.
It was cool, but like
at the time it was a bit like oh shit.
Yeah, but luckily I think if I'd have seen it before I got over it, I would have panicked, probably splashed about and swum the opposite direction. But because I was already over it, by the time I clocked, oh my god, that's a stingray. It was too late for me to do anything, so I just kind of carried on swimming. But that was scary. Knowing you're that close to them was a bit like oh.
Turtles and a stingray.
Yeah, it's quite a good collection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole sea life.
Yeah. There's so many fish on that island. It's insane.
Yeah.
I feel like we keep talking about Qatar, but
It's just the best.
it's paradise.
It's literally
It's paradise.
Incredible.
If there's one place I'm really happy to go back to, it would be Qatar. 100%.
One of the friends we made ended up staying there and repping in Revolution.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I could so easily stay there for like 8 months.
Another few months there.
I did some rapping in Revolution in Bangkok.
Oh, really?
So like going out on like Koh Sam Road. Did you use Koh Sam Road?
Yeah. So the first time we went there, we hated it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everyone was grabbing us. Like,
It's really bad. It is really bad. It's too much. Like the haggling is insane. Constantly.
But then we went back again at like the end of our Thailand trip, so we were going back to like go to Cambodia. So we went back to Bangkok for a couple of days, and we really liked it that time.
Yeah, we enjoyed being there, which was very odd. Yeah.
Even joined in with the haggling on the street. We had our own signs and everything.
It was like, buy one, get one free! Like, on
Get
the
in this
street.
bar!
So yeah, we're one of them now.
Yeah.
We're one with the Koh San Road.
We own it.
It is a fucking crazy place.
Insane.
It's so loud. I think one of the weirdest like eating experiences I've had was like they had like, do you know, obviously you have the food stalls and then they have like the nicer ones where there's like a little bar and you can sit and eat your food there. And like the ladies like wearing their like proper like chef gear and stuff. So like, oh, I'm gonna have a pad thai here. This is quite nice. So sat down there. And I'm starting eating. I'm like, I'm eating a pad thai sat here on the street. I can hear people haggling behind me. There was a bar in front of me playing music with F1 on one screen and like football on another screen. Yeah. I can hear 3 different songs from 3 different clubs all around me. Like just information overload. I was like, this is the weirdest pad thai I've ever had. Just trying to eat with the chopsticks.
Yeah, like whatever time.
Was that like a nice pad thai?
Yeah, it was good.
Really?
Yeah, it was good. They had like the proper like chef stuff on, and I was like, yeah, that's the place I'm going to
That's how you know
it's
good.
Yeah. But yeah, we did. So did like I think we did like I can't remember how long we were in Revolution for, maybe a week or so, and I probably did about 6 or 7 days of rapping.
Wow.
I honestly that week is a blur because it's just so much drinking, so much drinking.
In Koh San Road as well, like the alcohol is something else.
Yeah, they just want you to get absolutely off your head there.
Did you go into the bucket, the bar?
Don't think so.
You're not missing out on much, to be honest with you. But the amount of nos of balloons was ridiculous.
What's that one we were in?
It might have been because
like all black. Like you go in, it's quite like a big place, loads of tables.
I think it might have been
because we were sat. Wait, what we do? We just sat like I don't know, like just talking.
Yeah.
We were talking like sat on this table with these 2 guys, and I'm looking behind, and there's this one Asian guy.
Is he Korean?
I think he may have been Korean. And these like guys were filling up one after another. He was like taking them all in.
Again,
and we were like, "Are you okay?"
I literally had to say, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, you're not okay. You're not okay." And so I felt bad leaving him because they were just obviously like getting the money out of him, like paying.
They stand on the table with the fucking box of the balloons, and like all the workers have the crackers like clipped to their belts going around.
They're ready.
It's slightly terrifying. And you're just walking along balloons and canisters. I could see more people doing balloons than I could see people drinking.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like,
it was
we walked into Slinky in Koh Phi Phi,
Yeah.
and there was this like sign. It was like single this much, double this much. I was like, God, that's a lot for a drink here. Why is everyone gonna? And then I thought it was written on a balloon, and I was like, oh, that's not jokes.
Oh, that's funny.
They're really all for the balloons though. Like so many people come
Crazy.
just to
Wait, was it in that same bar? I went to buy a bottle of water from the bar. He gave me my water. As he handed me water, he slid over so suspiciously this little sheet. It was just all the drugs they have in their prices, and it had like every drug you can imagine. I just looked at him. I was like, slid it
I'm
back
okay.
over.
Thank you.
He just laughed. He's like,
you know you want it. Like,
no. The balloons in Vietnam though. Have you seen like the massive? They used massive black ones.
Yeah, like really big.
I don't know how people aren't like fully just passing out.
Dead, yeah.
They are fucking huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge.
I think I saw someone like holding one before. It's like this giant like balloon. I was like, oh, his
Can't
birthday
see their face.
is it?
All their shoulders.
Happy
just legs.
birthday! Who's getting balloons for their birthday? And then I was like, no, that's not for a birthday.
Not that kind of balloon.
No, I was like, where's the happy 50th birthday? No,
right on the balloon.
I was like, God.
Not that time.
Oh, terrible. I did enjoy Koh San though. It was a bit of fun, but the music
was insane. Yeah, it's coming at you from like, every direction.
Yeah, and
really,
just the same songs on repeat.
Yeah. What's there's
like,
that one
if it's not
song,
Shakira, it's fucking Eminem or
there's one song that's
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, let's do a bit of Justin Bieber karaoke. We were singing, he like brought the mic over to us.
Yeah. We were doing the rap and everything.
Yeah, he was quite surprised actually.
Yeah, he was like, whoa, they know they've done this before.
Which hostels did you stay at in Bangkok?
Hotels.
Oh, you said hotels.
Yeah, because when we first got there, we literally just landed from the UK, so we we want somewhere to kind of chill.
Get rid of the jet lag.
Yeah, and then when we got back, it was kind of the same. We were just kind of going there to wait for the bus to Cambodia, so we just kind of got a hotel, and also we'd stayed in hostels for like most of the islands, so we need a bit of a
give ourselves a little break.
We deserve it.
Yeah. How was the bus from Bangkok to Cambodia?
We did it in the day, so it wasn't too bad. I forgot about that. Yeah, the
Yeah,
border was a bit of a
because we had to follow these people who'd done it before. It was so we had no idea. Yeah, we had no idea what we were doing. Like we were just following these people around because they would give us instructions.
Yeah,
but like, they didn't speak much English.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like we were waiting for our visas.
Just waiting for them to point and say do this or do this.
It was crazy, and then. It was actually, they were lovely. They were really sweet. They were waiting for us when we were getting our visas and stuff like that outside of
helped you out.
Yeah, so it was really nice. They were really good.
How much did you end up paying for the visa for Cambodia?
$40, but we paid with the company we went, and it was like an extra $10, but they did everything for you, and you also got fast tracked when you got to the border, and we were like for $10.
That's worth it.
And like you didn't have to fill out any forms, or like you didn't have to give them like the spare passport photos. Like they just did everything for you, and we were really $10.
Why not?
How was it going around Cambodia? Because I know we've heard like you get a bit shafted on the exchange because they want dollars, but they'll give you Cambodian real back. Right?
We had some funny experiences with real. First of all, so we didn't know. Like one of our friends had told us like it's a closed currency, so like you can't trade it outside of Cambodia.
Yeah.
So on our last night in Cambodia, I had a ridiculous amount left, like a lot, like. It's like 25 quid on it. That's not like a lot. But like
it's a lot in Cambodia.
Yeah. And so we went to the supermarket at like the middle of the night. We'd just been out for a meal, and we were like, we need to spend all this because we were leaving for Vietnam in the morning, and we were like, we need to spend everything. So we went to the supermarket. We got a mini trolley. We bought everything we'd ever dreamed of. We spent all this money. We looked like absolute weirdos. First of all, we sat on the floor in the supermarket and counted out every single bit of real, so we knew how much we had to spend. We were just it was like, what's that like TV show when like they go around in supermarkets grabbing everything? We looked like that, and we were just doing that, and then so
and that one, that flavour, that one.
Smarties bar, 4 million real go on there, won it, and then we got to Ho Chi Minh. And the first place we go to, like off the bus, the guy was like, you can take cash out, get your Sims, whatnot. There's a big sign saying, trade your Cambodian real. And I just spent all of it on all these snacks. So we'd already finished all of them, I'm pretty sure. They didn't last us long. And I was like,
money well spent. Oh well.
Exactly.
We enjoyed it. We ate it all, so.
And it was fun. The security guard found us funny.
Yeah, he was pushing his trolley about, and he was just laughing at us. We were like,
doing a little weekly shop.
No, we actually were.
But the scanner was like, this is their weekly shop.
Yeah, we were like scanning all this like sweets and chocolate, and we were like, yeah. It was so funny counting out all the real that we had to give them. We were like, 3 million, Like, it was crazy.
So did you just pass through Cambodia to get to Vietnam, or did you? Oh no, of course no. You did do a few things in Cambodia.
Yeah, we did just over a week. We were going to stay longer, but just the weather and like
that was it.
We also like the more time we spent in Cambodia was less time in Vietnam because the only thing we had booked was our flight to Japan, which is like week after next. So we were like, we have to be in Hanoi for then, and we don't want to cut ourselves short for the rest of Vietnam. So it's just like the more time we spent there, the less time we spent in Vietnam.
That's fair. How have you found Vietnam?
Nice.
It's really
Hoi
nice.
An's my favourite so far, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Either that or Muni. We only spent one day in Muni, but then San June's about everything.
Oh, San is so cool.
But Hoi An, we got so much done in Hoi An. We were just every day we had something to do.
Oh, really?
I think that's why. We had like chill days and all that, but there was times we got like rings done. We made our own.
Yeah, we made these rings.
Cool.
Like engraved on the inside.
Yeah, and then we like got some dresses tailoring.
Nice.
We got tops and dresses, which was a lot more than what we thought. But
we were like, ow!
But then we were like trying to be like make ourselves feel better. Like, it would have been more expensive in the UK. It's fine.
Tailored to us.
How much did it cost in pounds?
Mine was 113.
Mine was like 123.
Oh my goodness. How much were you expecting it to cost?
60.
Yeah, something like 60.
To pay double what you thought.
Yeah, quite a lot more than what we thought.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, if you were going to get a dress tailor-made, and you get that would be hundreds, if not over 1,000.
Yeah.
So it was good. I mean, it was fun to do.
Yeah, it was really fun. They were like measuring us and everything. We were like,
yes,
this is the
Little day
line.
out.
And we just got off an overnight bus as well. We went to get ourselves massaged, so we were there kind of like.
Yeah.
On which overnight bus,
really
I think
good.
some guy thought I was robbing his stuff. So I was on like the bed on this side, and then Holly was in the middle on the bottom, and my curtain was broken, so like it only shut halfway. And I was like, I don't want to go to sleep on this overnight bus with all these people with my curtain only half shut. And so I was plotting this thing. So I didn't want to have to go to the front and go all the way around past the driver. So the middle bed above where Holly was empty, and so I was like, if I climb over that, I can get into the bed on the other side, which was also empty. And as I got up onto this middle bed, all of a sudden the curtain next to me opens, and I look down, I'm on someone's stuff. And he's like, hello? And I was like, someone looks like us. I'm just trying to get on there. She was like, no, this is what it looks like. And like, I couldn't tell which bed I was trying to get into because like they looked similar. I was like, one of them had our bags on, so like, we're just gonna move the bags to the broken curtain one, and one of them had someone sleeping on it. And I was like, if I open the wrong one, this is gonna be a really awkward encounter. So I was messaging Holly. I was like, can you please just open the thing? But like, I thought she thought I was staying there, like not trying to get down there. And so I was spamming while this guy, like, there was such a language barrier. He didn't understand what I was saying. I was trying to be like, no, I'm just moving down there. My curtain doesn't work. And he was like, I was like, please open the curtain.
Creating sign language on the spot to try and explain what's going on.
I genuinely was, and it was so awkward. And eventually, I think I was like, not stealing, trying to get down there.
Not stealing.
And we got there in the end, but that was really funny.
Goodness.
Oh god.
I promise I'm not stealing.
This isn't it.
It's not what it looks like.
Oh, just imagine your face when he opens the curtain. You're like,
I take it he was fine afterwards.
He was chill.
He then understood.
Yeah, luckily. But then
foreigners who are just confused is fine.
Yeah.
God,
He's probably these damn English people.
The locals here are actually really nice to us.
So nice.
So nice. Like whenever we needed help, as long as you have Google Translate,
you're good.
You're fine. You're fine. And Google Translate can be a little bit wishy-washy because I'm sure it doesn't like completely translate.
It's a bit hit and miss.
Yeah, they're getting it, like they're saying something and it comes back as like something a bit different to what they're, and you're like, oh, did you mean to write that? Or...
Yeah.
No, they are so lovely. Same with Thailand as well. The locals were
they were
lovely. They were really nice.
We did the Havan Pass.
Oh, cool! No, not
we did that, and on the way back down, it started absolutely pissing it down, like really bad. So the roads started like flooding on the sides of it. They were basically like little rivers on the side of the roads.
Oh yeah.
And Finn's bike went through, and then Finn's bike just went nope and just completely shut off, and then wouldn't start again. And we ended up deciding, we'll let it try and dry out, and then we'll so we went to KFC, had KFC.
KFC amazing.
So good, so fucking good. Went there, came back, still wouldn't start, kind of like what we expected. So we had to call the guy who rented them off. And but he couldn't really understand us on the phone, so they were like looking for locals in the pissing rain to try and explain to them that we needed them to explain where the bike was, and it was such a fucking nightmare. And eventually we managed to like loosely tell him, obviously the addresses are all in Vietnamese, so we're just there because once we couldn't find someone to try and explain what we were trying to do, we just ended up trying to like just say the address, and he managed to get it in the end, like Noguanu Ku.
Like you're just trying to pronounce it in every way possible, but it's just it's so hard to pick up.
But we got there in the end, and it was fine. We got there in the end. Yeah, Havan Pass is really cool.
Is it?
Yeah, really cool. We took the bikes up there, and it's a little bit on the way up. It was dry, so it was fine. But because it was raining on the way back down, a little bit more dodgy. More dodgy. But as long as we went slow, and our visors were like dirty.
Oh wow.
So going down, we just could not see shit. Could not see shit.
Useful.
Really. So glad when you're driving a bike, like
don't need to see anyway.
So Finn was behind me. He was just like, just follow the fuzzy light. Just follow the fuzzy light.
Go to the light.
It's started raining here.
Oh, it's quite pretty.
Are you still dry sat there?
Yeah.
Just about covers there.
Yeah, like little dots, but it's fine. Little dots. Yeah. And we've had like.
Oh really?
Oh.
Jesus Christ. That went so quick.
Look at us,
I didn't even think it'd been an hour yet, to be fair.
No.
To be fair, we can stop there. That's about what we need, so.
Oh wow.
What made me
That
laugh
was
was
quick.
like, I didn't even know we started yet. We were talking, I was like, oh, we started. I was like, oh, yeah, we started.
We think that's the easiest way to just
Go.
just
Yeah.
But otherwise,
Especially with I'll start now.
yeah,
Oh,
like,
I'm like,
and
oh,
go.
give the mic.
Okay, so
It's a lot more natural. It's really good.
yeah. Oh, thank you guys. This has been
That
fucking
was
fun.
fun.
So